She loved her son Mark more than words could say. Every moment spent with him was a treasure, a memory etched in her heart forever. From the moment he was born, tiny and perfect, he was the center of her world. She marveled at his tiny fingers and toes, his innocent eyes that seemed to hold the universe within them. He grew into a fine young man, kind and compassionate, with a smile that could light up a room. His kindness knew no bounds, and he always went out of his way to help others, making her prouder with each passing day. When he met Sarah, her heart soared. She saw the way his eyes lit up when he talked about her, and she knew Sarah was special. Sarah was everything she could have wished for in a daughter-in-law. They bonded over shared interests and dreams, and she felt like she had gained a daughter. The wedding was a joyous occasion. Friends and family gathered to celebrate the love between Mark and Sarah, and the air was filled with laughter and happiness. She watched, tears glistening in her eyes, as Mark and Sarah exchanged vows. It was a moment of pure joy, a culmination of dreams and hopes. Little did she know that her good intentions would pave the road to heartbreak. She had always wanted the best for her son, but sometimes, even the best intentions can lead to unforeseen consequences. It started innocently enough, a casual remark about Sarah's choice of career, a gentle suggestion that perhaps Mark deserved a partner who was more present. She justified it to herself, telling herself she only wanted what was best for Mark. She failed to see the subtle ways in which her words were driving a wedge between Mark and Sarah. Blinded by her own convictions, she continued her campaign of subtle manipulation. With each passing day, the chasm between mother and son widened. The inevitable happened. One cold, gray morning, Mark sat her down, his face etched with pain. He told her, his voice trembling, that he and Sarah were separating. In the aftermath, Mark became a shell of his former self, withdrawing from friends and family. She watched helplessly as her son spiraled deeper into despair. The once vibrant colors of her world faded to a dull gray. She was haunted by images of Mark and Sarah, their laughter echoing in the empty rooms of her memory. She replayed every conversation, every piece of unsolicited advice, every judgmental remark. She tried to reach out to Mark, to apologize, to explain, to somehow mend the shattered remnants of their relationship. But her words felt hollow, meaningless in the face of the pain she had caused. The once unbreakable bond between mother and son was fractured. She knew she couldn't change the past, the moments that had slipped through her fingers like sand. She couldn't erase the pain she had caused her son and Sarah, the arguments that had left scars on their hearts. All she could do was seek their forgiveness, however unlikely it seemed. She knew it was a long shot, but she had to try. She wrote them each a letter, pouring out her heart, acknowledging her mistakes and expressing the depth of her remorse. She chose her words carefully, hoping they would convey her sincerity. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Each day felt like an eternity as she waited for a response, any sign that they had read her letters. One day she received a call from Sarah. Her heart raced as she picked up the phone, unsure of what to expect. Sarah told her that Mark was slowly starting to heal, that he was seeing a therapist, and that he was trying to move on with his life. The news brought a mix of emotions, relief that he was getting help, but also guilt for the pain she had caused. Sarah didn't promise forgiveness, but she didn't condemn her either. It was a complex, fragile moment, filled with unspoken words and tentative hope. It was a small step, a flicker of light in the darkness, but it was enough to give her hope. She knew the road ahead was long and uncertain, but this was a beginning. She took a deep breath, feeling a weight lift off her shoulders. It was a small victory, but it was a start. A small light shining in the darkness, a sign that maybe, just maybe, things could get better. She smiled, a glimmer of hope in her eyes, as she reached toward the sunlight, ready to face the long road ahead with newfound determination. The road to redemption is long and arduous, often stretching far beyond what the eye can see. It is a journey that tests the very core of one's being, paved with the jagged stones of regret and remorse. Each step is a reminder of past mistakes, each stone a symbol of lessons learned the hard way. She knows that she will carry the weight of her actions for the rest of her days. The memories of her choices linger like shadows, ever present and unyielding. But through the pain and the heartache, she has gained a profound understanding of the destructive power of pride. It is a force that can blind and mislead, causing one to lose sight of what truly matters, and the importance of humility. Humility has become her guiding light, a beacon that helps her navigate the complexities of life with grace and wisdom. She has learned that love, while powerful, is not always enough. Relationships require more than just affection. They demand understanding, patience, and a willingness to grow together. As she looks toward the future, she does so with a newfound clarity. The fog of confusion has lifted, revealing a path illuminated by hope and possibility, and a deep sense of gratitude for the second chance she has been given. She understands that not everyone is afforded such an opportunity, and she vows to make the most of it. For in the tapestry of life, even the darkest threads can serve to create a masterpiece of unexpected beauty. Each experience, no matter how painful, contributes to the richness and depth of the human story. For more stories on YouTube, subscribe, like, and follow on Facebook and comment T Stories.